But, you know.
A fly or a bug or something, if Jack gives her one of her bugs, she goes, I don't want that. Or worms. She won't touch worms. She won't touch bugs at all. She gets scared of them. She runs into the house when there's a fly or something around her. So I can't see.
But you said they were both playing with bugs and Jack got a centipede Thursday night.
See them going in the woods with bugs and flies and no.
Yeah, it's like a trail.
Daniel asked for the lie detector test. Yes, he was the one that begged the investigators for the polygraph test. They did not ask him. He asked for it. And whatever he said about it, about the polygraph test, is what he said. I don't know nothing about what was said or anything. The investigators got after him for letting that out there. And then they came out with the statement after that people have had polygraph tests done. So he got in trouble for that.
You think CPS took them because they knew they were being abused? They would just take them. I mean, you're free to believe what you want, but CPS.
So I agree with his assessments of events. Darren is close with the family on Malaya's side, and he is close. Oh, I did not hear Malaya shush the kids that morning. But here is something that I want to ask you.
What did she say?
Guys, here is something that I want. Not hear Malaya shush the kids that morning. And he is close. Oh, I did not hear Malaya shush the kids that morning. But here is something that I want.
I get the call waiting part, but I don't
and you get your input.
I don't understand the part of how does she go from Darren to shushing the kids that morning? What does she mean by that?
Because Darren's claim is that Janie told him that she heard Malaya shush the kids that morning as they walked across the back lawn together to meet that vehicle out at the road with their false story. Friends, we're here just witnessing two interesting statements from Janie Mackenzie, Daniel Martell's father, who's actively going far above and beyond just going along with a false narrative, but she's active in really trying to reinforce this as though, in my opinion, well, the term would be avoidance. But in my opinion, it would be to save her own hide from something in particular. I wonder what that is.
If the kids, I shush the kids that.
What does she mean?
So I agree with his assessments of events. Darren is close with the family.
Got that.
On Malaya's side.
Got it.
And he is close. Oh, I did not hear Malaya shush the kids that morning. But here is something that I want to ask you guys.
Don't get it.
And get your input.
Now, that little statement right there, she's trying to turn and twist and get out of one thing a question from the audience and get right out of it, and then turn around and make it look like she's in some sort of need from all of the people that are listening around her for some help and answers, because she herself is trying to figure it out. She's more trying to, well, it's avoidance in that.
Don't
If the
understand.
kids were out in the yard by themselves, let's just say, and they get out of the gate,
She's talking in riddles. She's talking in riddles, Penguin. The Riddler.
and we're running up the driveway, I would know, or I would think the kids would be saying, especially Lily, come on, Jackie, come on, Jackie, let's go, Jackie, let's go, Jackie. Because that's all she ever did was say that. Even up in the woods with my other two grandchildren, if Jack is sitting there looking for bugs.
Yeah, so what's the question? So what's the question she has to everybody? You see what it is that she's doing here. The key principles of statement analysis is baseline behavior, word choice and pronouns, temporal gaps and omissions, inconsistencies and contradictions, sensitivity indicators, and she's full of them, context and external corroboration. Now, talking about your baseline behavior, establishing a person's typical speech patterns to identify deviations that might indicate stress, deception, or withholding information. Analyzing specific words, pronouns, for example, we versus I, remember Malaya, and qualifiers, example, allegedly and I think, to assess commitment to the statement. Temporal gaps and omissions, noting missing time periods or details that should logically be included in truthful narrative. Identifying contradictions within the speaker's account or between their account and other statements. Repetition, hedging, unnecessary details that may suggest discomfort or an attempt to obscure the truth. Right, this is what we're listening to right now, in my opinion, a sensitivity indicator. Comparing statements to known facts or external evidence, like the Globe and Mail article or RCMP statements. So Janie McKenzie is Daniel Martell's mother and lives in a camper on the same property as Daniel and Malaya Brooks, or used to, who are the parents of the missing children, Jack, 6, and Lily, 4. Her statements, as presented in the transcript, come from a leaked chat room interview and are discussed by Justin, who we're listening to in this video, in the context of a recent Globe and Mail article that revealed new details about the case, including a neighbor's report of a vehicle, probably a 5-speed or 6-speed, entering and leaving the property multiple times on the night before the children were reported missing, which was Thursday, May 1st, 2025. Janie's statements cover her observations, actions, and timeline of that night, May 1st, and the morning of May 2nd, 2025, when the children were reported missing at 10 o'clock a.m.
Lily's usually saying, come on, Jackie, let's go. Let's go. So that's another thing I can't understand is if I never heard the kids running. If the kids were running out of the yard, out of the gate.
Poor pooch.
So what is it exactly, Janie, that you needed help with in that statement there, honey? What did you need help with? You want people to figure it out for you? Well, it would seem that you're covering up. You're avoiding wanting to talk about it directly. And you wanted to spin it around and ask people a question, but you keep presenting and posing the question as if everybody can relate to you in your own nonsensical, crazy, lunatic mind at this point in time. This woman's on the lunatic fringe.
No wonder it's losing its hair. No wonder that dog is losing its hair. Seriously. So she's highly exaggerating. Highly. In my opinion, you know. Did she say Thursday night? Joyous, this was a while back It was in a private group. Oh, she's definitely deflecting. Definitely deflecting. So this was a while back. Janie was in this group, and this ended up leaking. It was
So
not.
we're going to talk about the statement in a moment.
It got out. It got out. I don't believe her. Yeah. She said Thursday night, right? Thursday night? Make sure I hear that right.
Motorbikes coming, and we heard
Hold on.
kids. We thought it was kids hollering. My dog went ballistic. I opened up the door. Daniel ran out, and he went running up the driveway. My dog was going ballistic.
What the fuck? Pardon my French, but road. My dog went ballistic. Daniel goes outside and you're chasing two fucking things up the road, Daniel? Who does that? What is she talking about? That's like a dog chasing a car. Will it let me download this? That's what I'll do. Hold on. I need to let me play it one more time and then I'll download.
We heard it. We thought it sounded like kids. We know it wasn't a radio because we never heard it going down up the road. Daniel ran out to see, and there was two people on motorbikes. They were dressed in yellow. And the next thing you know, a cop car, an SUV cop car, was flying down the road behind them. So we don't know what people are intentions of what people's intentions are.
All right, I'm going to screen record that because they won't let me download it for some reason. I don't know why.
Night, Daniel and I were in here in the camper, and we were just in here talking, and we heard motorbikes coming, and we heard kids. We thought it was kids hollering. My dog went ballistic. I opened up the door. Daniel ran out, and he went running up the driveway. My dog was going ballistic because we heard it. We thought it sounded like kids. We know it wasn't a radio because we never heard it going down up the road. Daniel ran out to see, and there was two people on motorbikes. They were dressed in yellow. And the next thing you know, a cop car, an SUV cop car, was flying down the road behind them. So we don't know what people are intentions of what people's intentions are.
Okay.
Janie's statement was as follows. I quote, "Night, Daniel and I ran in here in the camper, and we were just in here talking, and we heard motorbikes coming, and we heard kids. We thought it was kids hollering. My dog went ballistic. I opened up the door. Daniel ran out, and we went running up the driveway. My dog was going ballistic because we heard it. We thought it sounded like little kids. We know it wasn't a radio because we never heard it going down up the road. Daniel ran out to see, and there was two people on motorbikes. They were dressed in yellow, and the next thing you know, the cop car, an SUV cop car, was flying down the road behind them. So we don't know what people are intentions of what people's intentions are. The ambiguity in the timing of this statement, Janie's statement is unclear about whether this incident occurred on Thursday night, May 1st, or another night. As she initially says night, but doesn't explicitly confirm Thursday. Justin questioned whether she said Thursday night, indicating confusion. The ambiguity is a red flag, friends, as a truthful account typically includes clear temporal markers for significant events. Janie describes hearing motorbikes and, quote, kids hollering, but then states, "We know it wasn't a radio because we never heard it going down the road." The distinction between motorbikes and kids' voices is muddled, and her insistence that it wasn't a radio seems unnecessary unless she's preemptively addressing skepticism. The phrase kids repetition suggests hesitation or a need to clarify, possibly indicating discomfort. Talking about some unusual behavior, Daniel's reaction, which was running out of the camper and up the driveway after hearing motorbikes and kids, is described dramatically. Even Justin questioned, "Who does that?" Noting it's akin to a dog chasing a car, this behavior seems impulsive and disproportionate unless there was a heightened paranoia or a specific reason to react so strongly. As Justin speculates, they might have been, quote, smoking the pipe and were paranoid about police presence. Now, this cop car detail. It's rather sudden, isn't it? The sudden mention of a cop car, an SUV cop car chasing the motorbike, is significant but lacks context. Again, Janie doesn't explain why a police vehicle would be involved or how she knew it was a police SUV. This detail feels inserted and may serve to deflect attention or create a narrative of external activity unrelated to the household. So another sensitivity indicator is the phrase, "We don't know what people's intentions are." It's repeated and it's vague, suggesting Janie is distancing herself from the event or avoiding speculation about what she witnessed. This could indicate she's withholding information or unsure how to explain the incident without implicating someone. So to finish up this first of 3 videos here this morning, friends, this statement of Janie on its own is highly problematic due to its vagueness, sensory inconsistencies, and the unusual behavior described. The motorbike and cop car narrative feel like a distraction or a fabricated story to account for activity on the property that night, especially given the neighbor's report of a vehicle coming and going multiple times. The lack of clarity about the timing and the defensive tone, quote, "We don't know what people's intentions are," suggests old Janie may be concealing what actually happened that night. Now, friends, at the end of this particular segment right about here, you're going to be getting my most recent upload probably. Hit that link and follow it and continue on watching some of our content. Thank you very much. I'm going to continue these smaller videos with a little bit of statement analysis from this leaked, what do you want to call it? The leaked Janie tapes. Please make sure you hit that thumbs up. It helps me in the algorithm, and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this particular statement. Peace.